gathered together in the sight of God to witness the blessing and to witness and bless the joining together of Ryan and Yumiko in marriage. The covenant of marriage was established by God, who created us male and female for each other. With His presence and power and His sacrificial love, He gave us an example of the love of a husband and wife. Ryan and Yumiko come to give themselves to one another in this holy covenant. I ask you now, in the presence of God and His people, to declare your intention to enter into union with each other, who calls you into union with God Himself. Ryan, will you have Yumiko to be your wife, to live together in holy marriage? Will you love her, comfort her, honor and keep her in sickness and in health, and forsaking all others, be faithful to her as long as you both shall live? If so, please say, I will. Yumiko, will you have Ryan to be your husband, to live together in holy marriage? Will you love him, comfort him, honor and keep him in sickness and in health, and forsaking all others, be faithful to him as long as you both shall live? If so, please say, I will.
I will.
Who presents this woman to be married to this man?
I do.
Please be seated. The marriage of Ryan and Yumiko unites their families and creates a new one. They ask for your blessing. Do you, who represent their families, rejoice in their union and pray God's blessing upon them? If so, please say, we do.
We do.
We do.
And will all of you, by God's grace, do everything in your power to uphold and care for these two persons in their marriage? If so, please say, we will.
We
We will.
God of all peoples, you are the light illumining everyone. You show us the way, the truth, and the light. You love us even when we are disobedient. We rejoice in your life and your presence in the midst of our lives. We praise you for your presence for us. Amen.
Amen.
I'd like to read now one of the most beautiful passages that I've ever read. It comes from the Holy Bible in 1 Corinthians. If I speak in the tongues of mortals and of angels but do not have love, I am a noisy gong or a clanging cymbal. And if I have prophetic powers and understand all mysteries and all knowledge, if I have all faith so as to remove mountains but do not have love, I am nothing. If I give away all my possessions, if I hand over my body so that I may boast but do not have love, I gain nothing. Love is patient. Love is kind. Love is not envious or boastful or arrogant or rude. It does not insist on its own way. It is not irritable or resentful. It does not rejoice in wrongdoing, but rejoices in the truth. Love bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. Love never ends. This is a wonderful time of year. We get to celebrate a lot of stories, hear a lot of stories. We maybe hear stories of the holidays, stories of different relatives, this uncle who did this or that, the aunt who made the best this or that. And they're stories that are told with a great deal of love because they're filled with a lot of love. Because the best story that we can have this time of year is a love story. It's a love story that goes back to the very beginning of time. It's a love story when God created the heavens and the earth. It's a love story of that first couple and that first marriage. Maybe it's a love story that all of you can enjoy. For that special someone that you have sitting with you. Maybe for the love of a child, like a beautiful young man and a beautiful young woman. And it's a love story that they now come and share and ask you to be a part of as they declare their love for each other and their love for all of you. Love is perfect love. It is perfect, it is patient, it never thinks of itself, it thinks of the other. Amen.